Hello, boys and girls. It's time for another podcast from the roving instructor, Coach Fulton. This one might be short. It just depends if I can keep my composure. But I have to start off like this. I was told that I couldn't do a whole lot of things throughout my lifetime. I love to sing, but they told me I couldn't sing. I love to draw and paint, but they told me I couldn't draw or paint. I love to procreate, and they told me I would not be very good at procreating. And it goes on and on and on. And as I thought about this, I started laughing my head off. You know, I've been told I couldn't do a lot of things. But somehow I found a way to adapt, to improvise, and to overcome. Well, as far as painting, yeah, I've painted a bunch of pictures, and I've sold a bunch of them. A lot of people like them. That's pretty good. As far as music is concerned, well, no, I haven't cut a record, but I do have a musical video from over in Berlin, and I do enjoy singing and getting out with people and enjoying stuff. So, yeah, I'd have to say that's okay. As far as procreating, well, we got 6 children. I think I did that at least 6 times right. So, yeah. The ability to adapt, to improvise, and overcome. Could that be the next major thing that we focus on as a society for the new age of humankind? In my state of Virginia, back in 1700s, the mid 1700s, as our people came over and colonized this new world, the state of Virginia were the guys that put together the Articles of Confederation and ultimately the Declaration of Independence, the Declaration of Independence, Article of Confederation, and then the Bill of Rights, that which founded our country. And in 2020, the United States of America is one, if not the leading country in the world. Who would have ever thought 250 years ago a bunch of people who couldn't read or write, who didn't have any money, who were a little bit cuckoo, would get on a boat, travel west, and form this great nation that we have today? They were nuts. They were crazy. They were stupid. They were not of the elite. And they got on a boat and came over and formed this country. They adapted, they improvised, and they overcame. You cannot argue with me on that. You can, but you're not going to win this one. They weren't Democrat, they weren't Republican, they weren't Federalist, they weren't Calvinist, they weren't Catholics, they were just people who wanted to get by through the day. And they did it the best way they could, and they adapted, they improvised, and they overcame. Now, in my world of education, in my family's world of education, we have seen a whole lot. And we're not going to get into all the details today except for this. Our country is run amok in the educational system. And we have based a lot of things on Band-Aid fixes, hidden agendas, and some mismanagement of knowledge and human resources. And it will be best if I talk about that from notes that I prepare and can read on a reading podcast. But today I just have to say, we have got to learn to focus and retool all of our efforts on teaching people how to be the best at AIO, how to adapt, improvise, overcome in the classroom, on the job field, in relationships, with themselves, so that we can become better leaders for those around the world who look up to their bigger brother and say, hey, you are at the top of the food chain. You are the best. Help us to be as good as you. Empower us. Don't belittle us. Don't put us down. Don't take away from us. Help us, empower us. A big brother does that in his family. A father does that for his family. A mother does that for his family. They teach their children how to adapt, how to improvise, overcome. We as a country need to be able to take the stick out of our eye, or the log out of our eye, so that we can take the stick out of the other eyes of people and grow a family of mankind. We as the country, that is our mission. It's not to take everybody's oil. It's not to tell everybody to be democratic. It's not to all the things that we get sidetracked on. We need to be able to concentrate on our ability to adapt, improvise, overcome, so that we can work to not only take care of ourselves, but to take care of our brothers and our sisters. Bottom line. So this roving instructor, I'm off to teach some kids how to play baseball today on a Sunday morning in Richmond, Virginia. And I just had to get this out. Peace out. Ooh, and I did it in less than 7 minutes. Excellent.